Hey there, welcome. Today, we're going to dive into something I think pretty much all of us deal with: how to quiet a mind that just never seems to stop. We're going to look at some simple, really practical ways to slow down all that mental chatter and get a little bit of peace back into our day. So, does this sound familiar? You feel completely exhausted, totally stressed out, even on days where you haven't really done much physically? Yep, that's the heavy, invisible weight of an overactive mind. It's working overtime, 24/7, with no breaks. If that's you, you're in the right place. So, what even is overthinking? Let's be clear, it is not productive problem-solving thinking. Nope, it's that endless loop of worries, what-ifs, and replaying conversations. I love how our source material calls it mental noise. It's the perfect way to describe it. It doesn't solve anything, it just drains your energy and steals your peace. Okay, this next part is a really important shift in how we see this whole thing. Before we even try to fix overthinking, we have to understand where it comes from. And here's the secret: it is not a personal weakness or some flaw in your character. It's actually your mind trying its best to keep you safe. Think about it like this: your mind isn't out to get you. It's trying to protect you from making a mistake, from failing, from being judged. The only problem is it gets stuck in that protective mode and just doesn't have an off switch. Realizing this is huge because it lets you drop the guilt. You're not broken. Your mind is just working a little too hard on the protection detail. Let's break this down even further. This side-by-side makes it super clear. Productive thinking is all about finding solutions and actually doing something. Overthinking, on the other hand, it just spins on the same problem, cooks up all these imaginary fears, and it never ever stops. It's a hamster wheel that leads straight to exhaustion. And here it is. This is your secret weapon, really. Awareness. The second you can take a step back and just notice, okay, there I go, I'm overthinking again, everything changes. In that instant, you create a little bit of space. You're no longer trapped inside the storm of thoughts, you've become the one watching the storm. And that simple act of noticing, that's where all your power is. So that leads us right into our first big strategy, just returning to the present moment. See, overthinking loves to live in the past with all its regrets, or in the future with all its anxieties. But real peace, that can only ever be found right here, right now. You gotta love this metaphor, mental time travel. It just perfectly captures it, right? Your body is sitting right here, but your mind is off visiting some mistake you made last week or worrying about a meeting you have next month. That disconnect is a huge source of stress because you're totally missing out on the only thing that's actually real, this moment. Okay, so how do we actually pull ourselves back from that time travel? With a super simple grounding exercise. It works because it uses your senses, and your senses can only exist in the present. You can even try it right now. Just look at one thing near you, really notice it. Now listen to the sounds in the room. Feel the air going in and out of your lungs, and feel your feet on the floor. Boom, instantly you're back. This is so key. You don't have to get into a big fight with your thoughts. Honestly, that usually just makes them louder. Instead, just think of your attention like a remote control for your mind. You have the power to just change the channel. Shift your focus away from the drama in your head and onto your breath, or the sounds around you, or whatever is right in front of you. All right, so we've talked about being present. Now, let's talk about the ultimate antidote to the paralysis that comes with overthinking: taking action. Overthinking just loves it when we're sitting still, so taking even the tiniest step forward is one of the absolute fastest ways to break that cycle and find some clarity. And this quote, man, it just hits the nail on the head, especially for any of us who struggle with perfectionism. That's a huge reason we overthink, right? We wait and wait for the perfect plan or the perfect time, but the truth is, moving forward imperfectly is always, always better than staying stuck perfectly. Just look at the difference here. You have person A who is totally trapped, asking, what if this goes wrong? What if I fail? And their stress just goes through the roof. But person B asks a much better question. Okay, what's the next small step? And then they take it. They learn something, they build a little momentum, and their stress actually goes down. It's the same situation, but a completely different result, all because of action. How many times have you told yourself, I'll do it when I feel ready? We all do it. But here's the thing, readiness and confidence, they aren't things you need before you start. They're the things you get from starting. You build confidence by doing things, not by sitting around thinking about doing them. Okay, for our last big idea, we're going to talk about something that is, well, it's a total game changer: the power of letting go. So much of our overthinking comes from trying to control things that are fundamentally completely outside of our control. This visual really says it all, doesn't it? We spend so much of our precious mental energy worrying about that huge outer circle, what other people think, what's going to happen in the future, stuff that happened in the past. But our real power, our actual ability to make a difference, is in that much, much smaller inner circle. Peace comes when we learn to shift our focus there. So what's actually in that inner circle? It's pretty simple, really. Your actions, your effort, your attitude, and how you respond to things. That's it. So the next time your mind is spinning out, just ask yourself this one simple question. Is this thing I'm worrying about something I can actually control? If the answer is no, you can give yourself permission to practice letting it go. Now, letting go really requires acceptance. But when we say acceptance, a lot of people think that means giving up or being passive. And that's not it at all. Acceptance is the powerful, active choice to just acknowledge reality for what it is right now. Because only when you see things clearly can you actually figure out your next best move. So as we bring this all together, just remember this. The goal here isn't to have a perfectly empty, silent mind. I mean, come on, that's pretty much impossible for us humans. The real transformation comes from changing your relationship with your thoughts, from being their prisoner to becoming their curious observer, and learning to guide your attention wherever you choose. At the end of the day, you can't control every wave in the ocean, but you can learn how to surf. And you can't control every single thought that pops into your head, but you always have a choice in how you respond. So the real question is, the next time that wave of overthinking starts to build, how are you going to choose to respond?